Was there ever a moment when you were growing up that you realized that your life felt different from other kids?
I would say coming from divorced parents,
Yeah.
I felt different. Wasn't as, common as it is, was for my children.
That's true.
As in fact, my daughter was like, why don't you two just get divorced so I can be like everybody else? And, wishes come true.
If we were wanting to be cool, that's...
Yeah, she wanted to be cool. But everybody was really, except for I think one or couple or something, were on their first marriages, or we didn't really think about it,
Looking back at your relationships, what patterns do you see now that you couldn't see then?
That I went for the person that I thought could take care of me. I went for probably narcissistic people, and I would become whoever they wanted me to be. That was just kind of my pattern.
The chameleon.
Yeah, I was a chameleon. My fiance passed from an overdose. But he had been sober and clean for a while. But when this happened, I always felt the responsibility of he was doing it for me, and don't ever let anybody say that they're going to get sober for you, because they need to do it for themselves.
As we continue our Get to Know the Crew series, we want to go a little deeper. At its core, Leave Her Wild is about becoming. It's about comeback, the triumph, the success, the rises in spite of the chaos and the storms that we've actually walked through. And there's been a few hard seasons.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And we've definitely got a few stretch marks from them.
Yep. Unfortunately.
But this is a space, it's not just about retelling our chaos. It's about honoring who we've become because of it.
I like that.
Yeah. And this is who we are. This is how we see our journey. If sharing our stories helps someone else hold a little longer and believe in their own comeback, or see the beauty of growing in your own storm, then it's worth it.
100%.
Yeah. And as always, what we share here is simply our lived experiences and personal perspective, the real conversations, real growth, and we're having a lot of fun while we're doing it.
Yes.
But in no way is this medical advice, and it's just our personal opinions and to be taken that way.
Which in my opinion is a good opinion.
We have great opinions. I mean, together, I don't know, what do we got? 200 years of experience?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Allie might make us shy a little because she's just a baby, but
yeah,
maybe 180.
Close enough.
But today I'm here with Kelly Kyles. And some women come into your life quietly, and before you know it, they've become one of the deepest foundations that you have. Kelly and I met in 2022 when I was going through a pretty complicated season in my life. She was dating Brian, who's her now husband.
Yeah.
And somehow Jim and Brian had connected while we were separated, and he'd been a big support to Jim while he was, going through our separation and everything. And one of the days I had come to meet Jim, I got to meet Kelly. And I just remember seeing this beautiful, classy woman and hearing, and I had heard you're a real estate agent, and I just was super impressed by, I'm a career woman. So I'm like, all right, she's beautiful and she has a career, which means she's got a brain, and gosh, knock on wood, you do. No, but she is one of the most grounded women I know, and I was just instantly drawn to her. So I love you, lady.
Same, honey. I love you too.
Over time, she has been by my side through my separation, through living on my own, and eventually through Jim and I even getting back together.
Mm-hmm.
So she has been a huge support to me in my life. She even helps us with Sage Vibes events. She helps us with putting it together. She's helped me with some ideas, and she's even helped me executing them, some of them.
I try. Yeah.
And I've had the honor of being the witness in her wedding.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
But what I love most is she's one of the most intelligent and sincere, honest, hardworking, and she carries a heart that rarely speaks an ill word of anyone. Her faith is so steady.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah, I love you. You're an inspiration to all women. You really are.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that about you. It's one of the reasons why you're one of my best friends, because I just don't have space for that. And I love that you keep that very positive and you don't just preach it, you live it. So,
thank you, babe.
Yeah, you're in that, babe. Absolutely. I will say, though, one of my favorite memories with Kelly is a couple years ago, we had an opportunity to take a road trip up to Utah, and we had so much fun. We were taking little side trips here and there, and we were exploring a mineral. Remember the mineral?
Oh my gosh, yes.
We found mineral ponds, and we literally were like, you have to find them on a map and take them off.
Spiritual.
Yeah, it was spiritual, wasn't it?
It was. I got out of there. I felt different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cleansing.
It was. It was so cleansing. I felt so light when I got out of it. And we had such a good time with the kids and
oh yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it was a little freaky deaky.
It was really weird because you don't know. It's like, I don't remember how far down it goes.
But you could see, you can, I was like, there's going to be some big old alien popping out of there like a snake.
So for perspective, this was literally a rock with a hole in the ground. With mineral water. So warm mineral water, what was it? Probably 98, if not 104. I mean, not 104, we've been boiling, but it was really warm and it was really comfortable and it was so much fun, except for once you got past the slime on the rock.
Yeah. And we all kind of turfed it a little bit.
Yeah, everybody took their turn taking a spill. But it was so much fun. And it was like you said, it was spiritual.
It was.
Remember, we had to take Jim back?
We did. Yeah. We got to go back when we got to take Jim. It was nice. It was fun.
Yeah. We had to do it one more time. It was so much fun. But Kelly, you've always just been such a steady support in my life. And today I'm just grateful that you're here to tell your story.
Well, thank you, babe.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate it. How are you feeling?
I feel good.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with baby Kelly? I'll be nice. I promise.
What about her?
She's busy.
It's past her bedtime. Baby Kelly, though.
Yeah. Like when you think about your life as a whole, what feels like the defining thread running through it?
Gosh, that's a heavy question. Gonna start there.
I know.
With me?
That's a baby story, It's good.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think it all meant? You want to skip that one? You can skip.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like,
okay, it's big. I know. Some of these questions, I just hope they don't come back to me.
Yeah, no, but we can circle around. We can circle back to it because we can.
Okay, let's come back around. Okay.
Yeah.
How about this? Was there ever a moment when you were growing up that you realized that your life felt different from other kids?
I would say coming from divorced parents, I felt different. Wasn't as, common as it is, was for my children.
That's true.
In fact, my daughter was like, why don't you two just get divorced so I can be like everybody else? And, wishes come true.
If we were wanting to be cool,
she wanted to be cool. But yeah, for me, like, even in my neighborhood, when my mom was married, like to it was her third husband, the father of my brother, everybody was really, except for I think one or couple or something, were on their first marriages, or we didn't really think about it, like the blended family as much. And my friends that I clung to weren't from that. So yeah, it kind of made me feel a little different, made me feel a little weird, especially like when the time I didn't see my dad.
Yeah.
I was just,
Yeah. So then you especially felt that because you felt like, where's my dad? And you probably hear your friends talk about their dad.
Yeah. And even the ones that were kind of like on second marriages or whatever, they went and spent time with her. They were gone, to to do that. And I wasn't. And I didn't know why I wasn't. But yeah, just made me feel kind of like.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there anything that you had to do to ever make you feel secure as young Kelly?
Oh, you know what I used to do? At nighttime, when I went to bed, and no, this isn't dirty. Well, I'd have to pray.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would have to kick my feet. I love God. I love Jesus. I love God. I love Jesus 100 times. And I count on my fingers before I could fall asleep.
Wow.
And I still do that today.
Oh, it's
I don't count anymore, but that's how I fall asleep. I love God. I love Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, we all have our techniques.
That was my comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside of, my teddy bear Fluffy.
That's cool. Oh, that's great. Yeah. How did moving between households shape you and the way you learned to attach to people?
We moved a lot when I was young. My mom and my brother and I. Yeah, I don't know how long we stayed in each place because was too young to remember. But yeah, we moved quite often. So I felt like, I'd make a friend or I'd get acclimated and then we were off to the next place. But I always had a home base with my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, that helped, because we were at their house a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of hard. I remember leaving my friend Rodney when we lived in this apartment building. And then just all of a sudden gone.
Mm-hmm.
When my mom married my brother's dad is when we kind of settled in, and they stayed there till their marriage was over, and he even stayed there longer. But so that was kind of, I do have a touch point for my childhood home, and that would be it.
Yeah.
Because everything else was like pshoo, pshoo, pshoo. The attic house, the mouse house, the apartment building, the other apartment building where we dropped our bell peppers out the windows because we didn't like them. So everything kind of almost has a name. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Huh?
That is crazy. I love it.
I'm sure there were some more in between.
What did young Kelly believe that she had to do in order to feel secure?
I don't know if it was when I was a baby, but I know probably around junior high, I felt like I needed to be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I needed to have the good grades. I needed to wear the right perfume. I needed to be manicured or hair a certain way and nails. And because I'd hear my mom talking with her friends about their daughters, and my mom's like, oh, wow. And just but never a compliment toward me. And, at this point, I'm, probably a BC student occasionally, whatever, just kind of skating. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and I think that I felt like I need to be perfect, but I can never strive. So almost when I started high school, I gave up and I was cutting class, and I actually got expelled, kind of just did my thing. And then when I regrouped after I was out of my mom's house and living at my dad's, and I'm an honor roll student, I'm a straight A student. And then I felt like maybe I could appease her and please her, but, and myself, I guess, it felt good to be that person.
Yeah. I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so hard, right? Its environment has so much to do with success.
It does. Yeah.
Because it helps shape our mindset.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. How are you going to go out when you go out in the world and your mind's in chaos? I was telling you earlier, my mind, I don't know what's going on this week with me, but I'm starting 10 different tasks and then going, oh crap, I really need to go finish that. But I moved on because I just so distracted. And when I get like that, then it's almost paralysis for me, I get overwhelmed and then I just don't feel like I can do anything. Mm-hmm. So I have to kind of overcome that and then make my list and then start so I can start checking it off. I'm weird like that.
No, totally. It's in my world, we call that chunking. My son in some of his learning challenges, you hand him a novel like Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. Honestly, you hand me a novel because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But a novel and say, read this. And if it's not my top priority, it's going to be really overwhelming to me. right?
Yeah.
But no, even if you did that, there's such a thing as chunking, in which is you break it
chapter.
up into smaller pieces.
Yeah.
And it helps it be less overwhelming.
Yeah.
So,
100%. Yeah. You look at this big book and you're like,
yeah, that's why I responded, no, that'd still be overwhelming. I pictured getting a chapter and seeing 15 or 200 chapters I have to read all stapled together.
Yeah.
No, that's just as overwhelming.
I'm just going to take one.
Yes. I'll just take the book.
Yeah.
Go my own pace.
Yeah. But just reminding yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is what I need to do. Like, don't look at the whole big thing. Just
take it by one
step by step, one day at a time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
one
like,
thing at a time.
And there's a saying, usually it's compared to like how great a person is next to the other person. And it's like, listen, we all put our pants on one leg at a time, but it's the same thing for accomplishing anything. It's one step at a time, one leg, one crawl, whatever you want to call it.
I have actually put my pants on with both legs before.
Sitting down, presumably.
Laying down.
Hey, there's talent. You heard it here first.
I'm trying to hurry. It can't be done.
She's got talents.
I promise it can be done.
What other hidden talents do you got, girl?
No, they're hidden.
Suddenly we're a Triple X show.
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. You have to turn the cameras on.
Where do you think your beliefs first came from?
I don't know, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ingrained in you.
I just always had it. And I've told this story before. I just remember just always feeling like I knew God. When it rained, he was peeing. He looked like Woody the Owl because I had no reference and I wasn't taught anything. So I just made this all up in my own little 4 or 5-year-old mind. Because I was walking home I remember I was in kindergarten and I just remember like thinking about him and it's raining. And like, not,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. My father was Baptist. My mom is agnostic, atheist agnostic. I think she's kind of turned a corner in that now. Can't be sure. But so it wasn't like something that was super prevalent in my home life. So yeah, it kind of makes me like, where did that come from?
Maybe friends and influence, or it just felt
maybe
right.
One of those babysitters.
Yeah.
I think maybe they went to church. I don't know that they ever took me to church. I don't recall going with them. I know on the weekends my dad had me. The Joy Bus would come pick us up and take us to Sunday school with my stepsisters.
That is so fun.
Oh yeah, you sing hymns like on the way to church. It was super fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Mormons never had the bus. Well, not where we lived. That's fun.
I wonder if they do that still. Have the bus go?
Oh, I think they're bigger now.
They pull up right in front of our house and pick us up.
Churches are only stronger and bigger these days. I feel like, you know what I mean? They've kind of built.
Yeah.
So I bet there's probably more buses.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Let's hope.
I love that.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Let's hope. Let us know.
Yeah.
Do you take a bus?
I'd love to know if anybody out there their kids take a bus to church or you hop on the bus with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be cool if that's still happening.
Oh, I think it's amazing because they're like you. It was such a safety and savior for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and people don't realize that.
Yeah,
you just need a place to go to feel connected.
Mm-hmm. Feel good, feel safe, feel secure.
Mm-hmm.
That a constant, so always good.
Yeah, that's cool that was there for you.
Yeah,
I'm glad. Yeah,
yeah.
Did you ever feel like more responsibility than a child than you should have felt? Like you had more responsibility than you should have as a child?
In my younger years, I don't. Maybe just trying. Yeah, maybe just trying to be good. Be better.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I got in trouble a lot. I was always told, tone it down, Kelly, tone it down. Like, be quiet. I'm pretty hyper.
Mm.
So yeah, that's a point of contention for me. Don't tell me to tone it down.
I'd be the last one to tell you to tone it down.
You never would. I know you wouldn't.
I'm the one over there bouncing around.
And I know you're bouncing with me. So yeah, it's cool. But I think like when I got older and like when my mom was pregnant with my brother and I had my brother, they still like to go out a lot. So I took care of my baby brother a lot. And I'm 11. My mom even went back to work like for a summer part-time. And so I was his babysitter and she paid me, you know, like $50 a week or something to watch him.
But he's your baby brother. That was nice to pay you.
No. Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to do it otherwise.
Smart kid. She was a businesswoman early.
Yeah. It's like, no, come on. And I should have held out for more. But $50 was a lot of money, you know, to an 11-year-old there back there in the 80s.
I tell you, she was a tough bargain over here. Negotiator. She started young.
I think I could have got 55 out of her, but
tough times.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to blow a good deal. If they say you can't be greedy. But I took care of him a lot. And I just remember, you know, they would be gone. It was like at night. We'd already been asleep. My brother would wake up and then I'm with him rocking him, feeding him. And I'd walk down the hall and he'd wake back up because we shared a room. So that I just make a bed on the living room floor. So I go from the rocking chair, like we just lay down on the floor and go back to sleep. It's exhausting. But you know, an 11-year-old, when you're 11, 12 years old, that's a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
it is a lot.
I didn't feel like it because I'm a total mom. Like I love being a mom. I was born to be a mom, I believe. Like, but it's kind of pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I was also, you know, the go-to babysitter in my community. So
did you make some loot?
I made some loot.
Or at least get cookies?
Huh?
You got cookies. We got a lot of cookies as babysitters.
Oh, I got like $2, $3 an hour, depending on how many kids. But I would like go there and I'd actually clean their houses.
The responsible people in our examples in our life.
Yeah.
Taught us that stuff.
Yeah.
Make sure you go in and you leave it better than you got there.
Yeah. Yeah. I always
help
did.
the mom.
They
out.
loved it. They're like, thank you so much. I'm
yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. What else was, you know, kids went to sleep. What else am I going to do?
Right.
Till I got a little older, then I caught boys.
But now as a mom, do you realize how much that meant to the mom?
You know what? I do. And I'm so glad that I did that. I didn't realize what I was doing for them.
It's everything.
But
I'm going to cry now.
Oh my gosh. It is though, isn't it?
Just the little tiny things.
Yeah. Just and I knew they were grateful, but I didn't understand why they were so grateful.
Yeah.
But I do now because if I had ever had a babysitter for my kids, which I never did. Yeah. So yeah, I go home. Aw, I love your heart.
Yeah. It just, I know how much that means to me, those little acts of service. So it's like, I bet as a mom that's tired, just had a date night, but she came home thinking, okay, I just got to do dishes and then, and they're done.
And everything's done.
Yeah. That's just so nice.
Yeah.
So do you want to dive into a little bit about love and your relationship and life and just all in general, and where you found your voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay? You want to wipe your tears?
Yes, I need to wipe my tears. Looking back at your relationships, what patterns do you see now that you couldn't see then?
Gosh. That I went for the person that I thought could take care of me. I went for probably narcissistic people.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would become whoever they wanted me to be. That was just kind of my pattern.
The chameleon.
Yeah, I was a chameleon. And, there's situations and parts of your life where that's actually, I think, a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can be in a dive bar or I could be at a gala. Like, I will adapt. But when you're doing that in your own personal life, that's kind of like
in your relationship.
In my relationships, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of have to. Like, this is the expectation, always trying to meet the expectation of who they thought that I should be.
Yeah.
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 And that's no more.
Yeah.
No more.
No more.
I don't have to do that anymore.
Nope.
Take it or leave it.
Well, I mean, you kind of already touched on this, but did you ever confuse being taken care of with love, with being loved?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you first realize that you were losing your voice in like a relationship?
I don't think I realized that until I was actually, I guess I kind of felt it when I was with my daughter's dad. But I was unclear because I was so gaslighted, you know. I think when I really realized it was when we separated and I was on my own and people were telling me, "Well, there you are, Kelly." I'm like, "What?" Like, I've always been here. I've always kind of felt like me, I thought, but I acted different. I became a different person. I became who he wanted me to be. And then just like in that time period, reflecting back and the freedom that I felt and like my new relationship and just being myself and being told all the time. Jeff was always like, "Kelly, just be yourself. Say what you need to say. Like, just say it." Because I would not speak my piece or I was too afraid to.
Yeah.
And then he actually opened that up for me to become more myself and that it's okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
a huge gift.
It is one of my struggles.
Yeah.
I call it my throat chakra issue. That's why
yeah.
my wind chimes are throat chakra.
Yeah.
You know?
Right?
So to speak your truth and not feel like you're going to get in trouble because of your earlier experiences.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You got to, that someone like walked you through that in such a loving way.
He really did. And it was so loving and so caring and so freeing and so foreign. But I embraced it. And not to say that I'm really, you know, I do that all the time. Like I'm an expert, like, because, you know, sometimes I do kind of clam up and just don't want to rock the boat. But I'm like, what am I so afraid of? I admire women that can just say what they want to say and don't worry about rocking the boat. Because I'm like, what am I so afraid of? To rock? Why? Why am I afraid to do that? It feels so unsafe to me. But it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not the Kelly I know at all.
Yeah.
So
And
I've never seen that Kelly that's afraid to.
I'm working on, I just feel like I do sometimes.
I'm sure that you know, and it's a personal thing.
Yeah. And I do know what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh, all right, just zip the lip. And yeah, there are times you should zip the lip, but you know, with you, I'm just gonna, I think, you know, a lot of people that I care about, I say what it is in all my earthly wisdom.
That's one of the most cherished things I love about you, though.
Thank you.
I never, you know.
I try to give, like, I'm not really great at taking advice, but I'm really pretty good at giving it. If I know something, I will share it.
Yeah.
And I will say it. If I don't, I'll tell you I don't. But I'll try and find somebody that does know.
Yeah.
You know, it directs you.
Well, and that's, I think a true friend, as hard as it might be, is the friend that does give you that critical criticism, you know, that helps you push through and grow to the next level. And fortunately, it's a hard thing to receive.
Yeah.
And you have to be open to that. But
you don't need to be my friend.
Well, how about if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you?
Yeah.
If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So expect it's not going to be easy, but you might be surprised where this ends, right?
Yeah. You challenge me all the time. And I love that.
Oh, thanks.
Not many people do that.
Why is that a compliment to me?
It is a compliment. A lot of people aren't ballsy enough to do that.
That's what I love. I love that when my friends stand up and tell me exactly.
Yes.
Because I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I love it when it does because I know I'm in the right place with that person. Yeah. You know? And it's like, I don't ever want to be in a yes man relationship. With a friend or a colleague my goal is always to grow, always to be better. Yeah. You know, it's like.
Yeah. And those around you, watch them grow and help them grow. Right.
Yeah. If it's receptive, I'm not going to waste my time.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, then I guess I don't need to be your friends.
Oh yeah.
You know, because this is how I'm going to be. Yeah. If I think you're doing something that's foul or not okay, I'm going to tell you that. Yeah. Just had a conversation with somebody about that yesterday. It's like, hey, this is what I heard. Is this what's happening? Because I wouldn't think you do this because it's foul and it's not okay. they said, no, that's not what's happening, and explained it. They're like, thank you for asking me about it though.
Yeah.
Because that's a true friend, right?
Yeah.
And that's when we can talk to each other that way.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll call me out on my BS too. Like if you call me out on my BS.
Not very often. There's really very little.
Because I don't mess up very much.
No. We just don't call on each other. We just don't have, we're a good support for each other.
We are.
We're not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It works.
It does. It just works.
Yeah.
100%.
Is there something that you tolerated then that you'll no longer tolerate today?
I won't tolerate infidelity.
Yeah.
Not that I tolerated it, but I feel like because I didn't step in, I don't know, I'm super stubborn and I have my own mindset on that stuff. Like you always think you're going to be the person, like, you do that, that's a deal breaker, I'm out of here. But when you don't do that, then it kind of almost is a shame thing. You know what I mean? I won't tolerate being suffocated, I guess. Controlled, not being able to be myself. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. And because I did it for such a long time and I don't do that anymore. I'm like, I'll do I'll revert back to my childhood when I was being told to tone down, which is probably where this stems from in the first place. Mm-hmm. And I'm a rebel. I will do the exact opposite of what you're trying to tell me to do if I feel like it's not okay.
I've seen it.
And you've seen it firsthand. Yeah. And I will do that.
Yeah.
Not because what I'm doing or what I'm saying isn't something that is hurtful or not okay. That makes sense. Like, nobody puts baby in a corner.
No.
Nobody tells her to be quiet and don't talk about this or that.
Yeah.
I know my cues. Mm-hmm. I know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable.
Yeah.
So I don't need to be told, because now you just made me want to go do it and sell it.
Yeah. And that's your reaction. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wise to the parent with the strong-willed child.
Yes.
Yeah. You got to be finesse. I got to say, I won't brag 2 seconds too long, but our granddaughter is super strong-willed, and I think our kids are doing such an amazing job. It's like I watch them give her independence to the point, and she's kind of cool because she's really smart and she's very strong-willed, so it could go the opposite direction. But she's so polite, and she asks very considerate questions. They've really helped her.
Yeah,
and it's really cool to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a way to shape and mold that personality type for sure.
Respect it.
Respect it.
Yeah.
Like, don't let them walk all over you and let them get away with things that they shouldn't be getting away with, and coddle them and do that. But
no, they hold her accountable.
Let them fly a little bit and see if, they could potentially fall a little bit on their own, and they just need to learn and, tumble through it, and then maybe teach themselves, because strong-willed people need to teach themselves. They can't be told.
So true. And I could tangent on that one too, but I won't, because this is your time.
We can do that. We can do that.
No. Oh. So were there ever any red flags that you ignored? And why do you think you ignored them?
I think yes, to answer the first part of the question. I think I ignored them because I felt like I needed that person in my life. And I'm just, and I think we're just talking mainly about like intimate, but even in friendships and stuff, I just felt like I needed that person there in my life. So I swept it under the rug.
Yeah.
I can be pretty good at sweeping things under the rug sometimes. I don't know if it's patience, and I don't know if it's sweeping it under the rug. I don't know. There's a difference, but it kind of looks the same.
Isn't it confusing?
It's super confusing.
I'm so right there in my life. I have no problem standing up for myself, but I realize I am too patient.
Yes. They used to say, Kelly, you have the patience of a saint. You have the patience of a saint. I'm like, I do? Like, I do have a very high tolerance for things, and I can give grace, and I try to give grace whenever I can, and maybe to my detriment.
Yeah.
So grace is a great thing, and you should always give people grace, but not to where it becomes detrimental to your own self.
No, you have to think of yourself, or some things are just not good for the soul.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing, is being aware and honest enough with yourself to recognize that.
Yeah. 100%.
So we've discussed a lot of the different lessons you learned and how you kind of come around, but like, when did you begin to trust your own intuition?
I think that's a good question. I think I'll always question my own intuition sometimes.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten really a lot better at it. I give things to God a lot.
Yeah.
And let him do his will,
Mm-hmm.
because his plan for me is bigger than any plan I could ever make for myself.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. You really do.
I do. I pray a lot.
Where do you think that came from? We already kind of discussed that. You
Yeah,
don't really
but-
know. It's just in you.
But still, it's just in me. I pray a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's my safety. Like, I search for safety in the world with people, but I have safety in the word. So why do I feel the need to have it here? But you just do, because I'm human, and I need those connections and that wants, and, feel safe with my friends and my family and my spouse,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I got to be here.
Might as well make it a good time while you're here.
I'm going to make it amazing.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I'm going to make this amazing.
Absolutely.
Already have. Yeah.
You have.
Yeah,
Right.
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Well,
Loving it.
We're going to take it a little serious. Okay. And in your life, I know you've been through a lot. And one of those polarizing moments is you've had a lot of loss in your life. How do you think grief changed you?
I think you learn to appreciate the people that you're with and the time that you have. I know it sounds generic, but it's so true. And really relish special moments. And I try to do that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But, and again, I know it sounds kind of generic, but it's the truth.
No,
It's there for a reason. It's because it's true.
It's generic because it's real.
Yeah. And it's not like you savor every moment because that's what you think about, because your mind doesn't allow you to think about it 24/7.
Yeah.
But it does come up,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow.
Do you think through some of these challenges, there was ever responsibility that wasn't yours to carry that you carried?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just going to be a flat, always taking care of people and their emotional well-being. For some reason, they were more important than me.
Yeah.
And I don't know that that's necessarily like a horrible thing or a bad thing to put somebody ahead of yourself and to be selfless. But I think that there's a line.
Yeah.
And there's a boundary to that when you are when you feel like you're sacrificing a part of yourself to do that. It should be given freely and openly, and no repercussion to your own mental health or physical health or emotional health.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like Kenny Rogers says, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them.
Oh my gosh. I sing that all the time to myself. I seriously
love Kenny.
I love Kenny.
Man, he is my
man.
When to hold them.
Know
when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You got to count your money.
Just
when you're at the table.
Time enough counting
when the deal is done. What would you say to somebody who has a partner right now that's struggling with addiction?
You can't fix them.
Yeah.
You can love them. But I guess one thing I would say, and I didn't realize and you know my story. I know everybody knows my story that my fiance passed from an overdose. But he had been sober and clean for a while. But when this happened, I always felt the responsibility of he was doing it for me, and don't ever let anybody say that they're going to get sober for you, because they need to do it for themselves.
Wow, that's really powerful. It's the truth right there.
It's the truth. Like, don't do it for me. Mm-mm. Do it for you. And I've been in other relationships, and I'm going to stop drinking. I'm not going to drink so much for you. No, don't do that for me.
Yeah.
Because it's always going to fail. Because I'm going to fail you somehow. Yeah. And then you're going to have an excuse, and you're going to go right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're going to put it on me.
Yeah. And there's a whole basket of things that comes along with that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you love them, and you love them through it, and you tell them how you feel about it, don't take it personal.
Right.
If you think that you are enabling them, you are. Because if you are, you aren't. Because there's a line. There's a boundary in that, and it's a fine line.
Yeah.
Like, am I making this okay for you to continue this behavior? And enabling it, or am I just being loving? It's so chaotic. It's so chaotic to be with somebody that's an addict, and I went through it. I didn't know anything about it. The only thing I knew about addiction or alcoholism was my grandfather, who stopped drinking when I was born. So I never saw him take a sip of alcohol. I had just heard the stories. But what I knew about recovery was, when you're in recovery, you're done.
You're recovered.
Yeah, you're recovered. And ta-da! Everything's nice, fresh, clean. You get 2 birthdays a year. Which I was a little pissed off about when I was a kid. I'm like, why don't I get 2 birthdays a year? Because I didn't know why he got 2.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Like,
no, until
I get cake though.
I didn't know such a thing as the birthday for the sober until Jim,
yeah,
had his. I was like,
yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I knew about it. So when Jeff would, get clean, and we called him 3-month Jeff, then we called him 6-month Jeff. So it was like every 3 months he'd fall off his wagon. Then it was every 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was with an addict that was using every day, and it was, that, but it was enough to cause a lot of destruction.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Really stressful.
And it destroyed like a lot of pieces of our life, and continued. And he tried so hard to be better. And I can't help but feel like he continued because I enabled it, because he knew I almost feel like, because I always threatened him, and he helped too. When I'm like, I'm not doing this. This is not happening. I'm done. But I always came back. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's almost a test. They'll test your boundary to see how far they can take it, and if you really mean it.
Well, they're not 100% in control of themselves. There's something driving them that's larger.
He always said, "There's a monkey on my back."
Yeah.
And I can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
And not that I can fully understand that, but we talked about it we talked about it a lot. And his struggle was real. Mm. And we were in the Bible every day. Wow. Going through scripture that was going to help him. And I'm trying to remember the chapter of the Bible that they had him read. But it was because he had to do like a verse or a chapter in a book a day, and it equaled a month. So anyway,
yeah,
it might come to me later, but I would sit with him and we would read that, and it did help him. Like, God helped him, but
yeah,
and he had faith, and I loved that.
But nobody's perfect, and we all have our moments. So
he was not. He was pretty damn close though.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I had to go through that. And I thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I've heard about when you're in an addiction relationship is to lean into yourself rather than worrying about what is tearing them apart and how it's destroying your family or your life. Look internally, work on yourself, and continue to work on yourself. And I thought that was really good advice.
Yes, that's excellent advice. Easier said than done.
Oh,
and that is not where it starts.
No, I'm sure.
You have to go through a lot of wreckage and a lot before you can actually, kind of get there, I think. But you don't have to. But you know what? I learned just through life lessons. Like you can tell me all kinds of things, but I'm not going to learn until, like I said, that willful child. I'm like, let her fly a little bit and fall and tumble, because otherwise she's just not going to do it. It doesn't go away. The same thing's happening.
Yeah.
I needed to fall and tumble through that,
She needs a little bit of the shockwave.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
At what point are you able to forgive yourself when you're going through something, but the outcome's not quite what you expected it to be?
It's kind of like tapping into that last part that we just kind of talked about.
You think so? That's tapping into that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, even though you didn't really have anything to do with it, there's a lot of guilt. I could have done something different. I could have done something better. I could have stopped this.
But you can't. You're not in control.
No, you can't.
No.
But you feel like you should have, especially in the beginning stages of your grief.
I'm sure.
I have some years on me and it doesn't go away. Never, never. So don't let anybody ever tell you that grief will ever go away and that there's a time frame. You grieve how you grieve. There's the 5 stages and it flip flops back and forth. It's never like stage 1, stage 2, stage 2. It does not. You go stage 1, stage 5, stage 2, stage 1, back to 5, back to 3. Like it's kind of all over the board, and it never leaves your loss, your sadness, any of your grief. It never goes away. It does. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It gets easier to tolerate and handle in your day-to-day life.
You almost get comfortable with the feeling versus
not even comfortable with the feeling, because you always have it. I don't know if comfort is a word, the word for it.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Bad choice.
It's tolerable is the word. Like
Yeah.
You don't let it dictate your every move of moment, because it did dictate me for several years, after, and how I behaved and just escape. Yeah, just being Kelly, doing Kelly stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. Healing.
Yes, healing.
Maybe a little
and healing in a self-destructive way sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was actually just talking about that. So Jim and I have a saying, the whole throwing yourself against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that, I mean, you can literally almost see somebody, and when they're going through something, you can tell when someone's going through something hard, because they're just living harder.
You do.
They're living harder.
You live harder. You go at it stronger. And
we call it throwing yourself against the wall, because my concept behind that is that you're trying to feel something, so it's just that whole jump up and throw yourself against the wall. You're just trying to am I alive?
Other than the pain that you're already feeling. You want to go numb that. So you do something else destructive that can maybe have a bigger impact than how that is feeling right now. Because you don't care what it is. You're not looking for joy and happiness and I'm going to Disneyland and I'm going to feel good today. You're looking for anything that can distract you and take that pain away. And pain can, you ever get like a shot? Like when I go get my blood work done, I put my fingernail in my finger. So it distracts me from this.
Smart.
Well, I thought everybody maybe did that. Thank you very much. I'll take it. I'll take the compliment. But I will distract myself from something else going on. If I'm in pain, I will always do something to distract myself from what is taking over.
Where do you think you learned that?
I have no idea.
That's a big one.
I have no idea.
That's a coping skill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've had to cope a lot.
Yeah.
I need coping skills, Mindy. Come on.
Well, they say you can only feel one pain thing at a time, and so like if you're having, I don't know that that's even true.
Your brain does something.
So you distract it by doing that. That's pretty cool. And
I do it right now. And that's all I can feel right now. because I'm not. But I mean, you obviously feel that, but because your mind will go there, and you have to take your mind somewhere else, like to this.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
But we do that emotionally.
Yeah.
And mentally all the time. And that's kind of the topic, what we were talking about. You go take it somewhere else so you don't have to concentrate on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I did some pretty self-destructive things during that time.
Yeah. We all do.
Yeah.
That's why we're here sitting in this chair.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely not perfect.
No.
I'm not the perfect little princess you see here today.
No. Yeah. No.
I was pretty bad. Yeah.
Well,
and I feel bad because I hurt a lot of people along the way in my self-destructive path, but.
Well, I guess.
I made my apologies. Hey, you signed up for it.
Sorry.
Chrissy's not there. And I said, no, sorry. No, I've given my apologies. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
I believe that too.
It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't, I wasn't setting out to do that. It was just where I was in,
life.
I warned you. I forewarned you. I'm not in a good space. I just didn't know where that space would lead.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
to pain.
Yeah. I think that's fair. And, you know, you're growing, you're learning, you don't always understand. Even if you understand, you don't know how to get around it.
Yeah.
Perhaps as a younger person.
You just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. But stay the course, you know, anybody out there that's dealing with somebody that has an addiction problem or is an alcoholic, just kind of stay your course and get your own ducks in a row. It is not your fault. Do not, you know, if you feel like you're enabling them, you might be.
Yeah.
But you don't control the behavior either.
Yeah.
So, and you have a choice to make. You either be around it or you choose not to be, you know.
Yeah. I super appreciate you talking on that.
Yeah.
I know it's a really sensitive subject, and I don't even like to ask you to go there, but it's such an important one because especially right, I don't even want to say especially right now. We all think it's a worse time or better time for drugs and whatever you're struggling with, but it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's big, and someone's going through this right now. And I appreciate you for being that light for someone else. I love you.
I love you.
Let me give you a minute.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you. But we're going to go into a little bit of a place that where you found yourself and where you really started to find your healing points. And really, from what I understand, it's like it was a season where you just kind of stepped away. You stepped away from the chaos. Tell us about that a little bit.
Oh my gosh. I would say I think we all do that like throughout our lives in different pinpoints and stuff. But I had, after Jeff passed and I kind of went through my thing, I remarried and then was going through a divorce.
Yeah.
We separated and we were trying to work things out, but I was a wreck. Because I had these huge abandonment issues anyway. And then I had just had the biggest abandonment that you could ever have, right? Someone leaves the world. So I remember just falling. I fell to the ground after I'd been drinking vodka in my bed, crying, going out partying with my friends and just trying self-soothing, laying in bed for days. I just finally fell to the ground on my knees and prayed. And prayed and prayed and prayed and cried. God, please, please help me. Don't abandon me now. Don't abandon me now. And it's funny because I was looking through my Instagram and it said Balm of Gilead and they had a post and I guess I was following them and I didn't even realize I was following them. And I read what they had to say and they said, we do counseling, So I'm like, God spoke to me and I messaged them.
Wow.
And Cecilia got back to me like the next day and started this journey of healing, this biblical counseling, intense counseling. She has a book. You follow her book and her pathway.
That's how you found Cecilia?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Social media.
I didn't know.
It can be really, really helpful.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. That's how I found her. Isn't that
this
crazy?
woman has made an impression on her for the 4 years I've known you. You've spoke about this frequently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it was so impactful, so intense.
Yeah.
And so brought me back to who I think I am.
That's beautiful.
And who I need to be for me and putting myself, knowing my value. Like I found my value through all of that.
Yeah, that's
But
really
yeah,
cool.
the session was from your first memory, childhood, all the way up to present. And you wrote letters to everybody that you lost or missed. She called me out on a lot of crap too at the end. It was I'm like, how dare you? But just so you figure out why you are the way you are. That's how I figured out my abandonment issues. I'm like, wow, now that makes sense. I really hadn't thought about it before until like all of that happened.
Yeah.
It was funny because it was right when COVID was hitting. And she's like, Kelly, I think we're done. I'm like, and I felt like I had been done for like a few weeks. I'm like, I feel good. I just don't think I don't really have anything else to say to her, like anything else to spill or to get prayed through but I also thought when she said it, just starting a pandemic, you really think this is a good idea? She's like, you can always call me and we can reschedule. You'll be fine. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you found her through the internet.
I found her on Instagram.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was following her or the church. I followed like churches and I did biblical scripture, but it just was like so in my face.
Yeah.
That, yeah, I couldn't ignore it. And it led me to this path. God is so good. He works in such mysterious ways. Like, really? You use Instagram? But okay.
Feed his sheep.
Right?
Yeah. That's neat.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
I don't think I ever told you that before.
No, I didn't know that. I've heard about her for years and years, and I know she was a great deal of support and help for you, and you lean on it still today.
I do. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. You know, everybody needs something for them.
Yeah.
And whatever tool it is that gets you through it, that's amazing.
Yeah. She told me, Kelly, no men.
So she's the one that said no men. Yeah, we didn't go into that a lot about what that meant when you took a break.
Yeah. Well, the celibacy thing honestly started, my girlfriend Margaret bet me. I bet you can't do X amount of time. I'm like, now I feel challenged. So I'm sure I've done that amount of time in my life before. But I was always a relationship hopper. And I was never alone. Like this is the first time I'm like, this is new ground for me. Like being alone, not having somebody to fall back on. Always have a fallback or 5. I'm like, okay, challenge accepted. And I just kind of like, and that was before I went to Cecilia. Like I'd started my counseling, but she said, Kelly, no relationships, no men, no sex. I'm like, well, I'm kind of already doing that. But I'm like, I said I give it 30 days or whatever it was. And but you know what? I started growing and healing and concentrating on my own health and my journey in that. I didn't even think about it, to be quite honest. I was just kind of like,
in your happy space.
In my happy space, my career took off. I was concentrating on my family and God. I was in church. My daughter and I went and got baptized. Like there was just so much good and joy that I finally had because I just worked past like all this stuff and was so hyper focused that I didn't need it. I didn't miss it. I'm not a prude by any means. But I just didn't miss it and I didn't need it.
No.
It's like when I met Brian, my husband, he chased me for several months. I was like, no way, no how. Not interested. Like, you're nice, you're cute, made out a little bit. But he was pretty persistent, even when I said, okay, well, we can date and stuff. And I'm like, I don't do that. And yeah, he was patient. He waited. And I appreciated that,
Yeah.
Like that's a real man that can, it's not just trying to dive down your pants because, those are a dime a dozen,
Yeah.
It takes a really good guy to be like, I'm not asking you that. I want to know you.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Yeah. I can imagine dynamics change quite rapidly, right? In a relationship when all that, and sometimes you never hear from them again.
I've heard that.
I know.
I've heard rumors of that. Sometimes you don't want to hear from them.
I bet.
Sometimes we want to chew our arms off too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, get me the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Will he please leave my house? Oh my God, I brought this guy.
Oh, dragging him home. No,
Oh
no.
my gosh. Yeah, that's when you know you had one too many.
Shoot, how do I get out of this one? You leave the car keys in his car door or something weird. So he's got to go and then you lock the door. No, it's not very nice.
No, step out the window.
No. Oh, gosh. As you look back on your life, what do you think was your biggest turning point?
I think that.
Yeah, I think
I
so
think
too.
that was my hugest turning point.
Yeah.
For the better. I had turning points, maybe not. That eventually.
Yeah.
I think losing Jeff and going through the drudges and then finding love again. And then that ricocheting back into that made that turning point happen. So when they say, do you regret anything? I really don't, because it wouldn't have brought me here now, where my mind's at,
Right.
my relationships, my God. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of had to go through it because I couldn't change it.
Yeah.
If I could change things,
Right.
I would change things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff would be like right there, you know,
Yeah.
like my life, but my life pattern would be so different.
Yeah.
And I might not know you.
Probably not.
I definitely wouldn't be with my husband
Yeah.
and have the friends and, you know,
Yeah.
maybe
Which means you wouldn't be sitting here on the Leave Her Wild
I wouldn't be
set.
sitting here right now.
Yeah. And you've been a part of this from the beginning. Kelly, we didn't even talk about that. Like, how long have you and I talked about doing this? Almost 3 years,
yes.
I want to say. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very long time.
Took us a
Like
while to get our nerve together.
I know. We have so much to say. And we banter and chat and we're like, da, 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 da. And other people, women have heard and they join in and we're like, you know what? Like there's a platform for this.
There's a platform. And if someone else can benefit and not have to go through the same pitfalls that perhaps we went through or one of us at all times.
I think people are going to go through their own pitfalls and go through it because especially if they're like me, willful and your granddaughter, but at least you know you're not alone and you're not the only one that ever did it.
Yeah. Well, that's a big point of it. And I'm going to go back to my whole, I didn't know that I had a problem until I read it in a book, because I finally read it in a book in 5 different scenarios. And I realized, oh, I'm allowed to have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allowed to be upset and I'm allowed to ask for more.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
That's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge.
I think that's pretty awesome. So,
because I'm awesome.
You are awesome.
So are you.
And we're going to talk about how incredible you are.
You're so awesome.
Oh, thank you. Someone's got to tell me it. I'm just going to relish for a second. It's been a while.
All right. You're so awesome.
Oh, thank you. Okay, girl. All right, we're going to talk about you and how incredible you are. Because I know you've worked your tail off. I've actually watched you work because you've not just like working on your broker license, but you've had a ton going on in your personal life too. And so you got your broker's license.
I did.
And I am so freaking proud of you because you had to put all of your on the side
other
bank
stuff aside.
Yeah.
Well,
and just
you know how long
in.
I was talking about it and studying and trying to do it. And it felt impossible, like to do it and have it be married into my life where I had any bandwidth left. But I just finally just going to do it.
Yeah.
And studying my booty off. And there's no way I'm going to fail a test. Like I'm just on it. I'm watching YouTube videos with test questions, falling asleep to it. I'm studying. I'm working from, 8 to 4. I drive home and I'm right on the computer studying.
No, let's tell the world. Like you've been in real estate for a while.
15 years. Yeah.
And even after all of those years of experience, it was still something you really had to put everything you
I mean, I think it was they say the broker's test is harder, and it is because there's more questions and there's different kinds of questioning.
Yeah.
But it was actually kind of nice because you think after, a decade of having taken your last exam, you forget pretty much all of it because a lot of it's irrelevant. You don't even need to know it. So I'm kind of one of those, I'll retain. And as soon as I'm done, I don't have to know it anymore. It's straight out. But so when I went back to studying for my brokers, I knew a lot of the material. I'm like, because I lived it in real estate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, that's a stupid question. That's a stupid thing to put in here because duh. But I'm like, once upon a time, I did not know that.
What do you think that getting your broker's license represented to you in your life?
It was kind of a success. It was a milestone. It was something that I wanted to do. I mean, I've been a realtor and an agent for a long time, but to say you're a broker, like you have more knowledge, I think it speaks to people that you could better represent them, and I want that. I wanted to do that for my clients so that they felt better and safer. And I want more knowledge. I'm always striving and getting more knowledge from my clients. I'm attending webinars. I'm going to meetings. I'm getting messages from my lenders and my escrow companies, and I'm taking all their data and I'm making sure that I'm implementing that and giving that to my clients that need that.
Yeah.
And because I'm always like up to date. I go, Kelly, what's the interest rates? Oh, conventional 30-year fix is between, depending on what it says, because I'm always being updated.
Yeah.
And I've surrounded myself with professionals and good people and good lenders in mortgage companies and title reps that give me that information. They make sure that I have it.
Value is everything.
It is.
Being able to bring the value. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So now when you look back in your life, what does leadership look like to you today?
Me.
Yeah. That's right. That's true.
I am a leader.
You are the leader.
Yeah.
Follow. I'm just kidding.
Follow me. No, like honestly, I think being a strong person, male, female, being a person of honor, that's worthy of being honorable and looked up to. I think that's leadership. And I try to be that person every day. I try to be a good person, better than I was the day before. Give sound advice. Try not to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to say that I'm successful at it all the time because,
because we're human.
I'm a human being.
Yeah.
But that's how I see it.
Yeah.
And I try really hard to be like a leader.
Has it always been important to you to have your own money, independence, career?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I was a stay-at-home mom for 12 years.
That was my priority too.
To real estate and my family, and I was a leader in my home. Mm-hmm. But to be the breadwinner and bringing money in, wasn't because I felt secure in that part of my marriage. He was always going to take care of things. He was very good about making sure that we were all taken care of and had everything that we needed and never burdened me with any of that stuff. So being financially independent, yes, again, not very important to me in that time because I felt safe. Is it today after the divorce? And I'm the woman that has to go and try and get her own career and things going. Not that I didn't have the desire to do that before, but and it's been a struggle and a climb. Yeah, this whole entire time. Would I would never allow myself to be in that position again. Mm-hmm. No matter how much I love my husband, no matter how much I trust that, I just won't do that.
Yeah, there's something, it's always been really important to me. So I understand that completely. Yeah.
And that I advise any woman that it's ever asked me about it too. Yeah. I'm like, just do not become codependent on his income. Yeah. Make sure you always have something, as long as you can. Stay at home with your kids. Yeah. But you know what? Find something that you could do from home. There's always kind of something that you can do.
There's so much we're doing. I'm like, even now I have a full-time job and I still, because I need something to keep my mind busy and my creative juices flowing. Yeah. We do the affiliate stuff. Yeah. I work in affiliate. We're doing a podcast. Like, poor Jim. But I need things to keep my mind stimulated. I need growth.
Yeah. Yeah. Who, you?
Yeah. I need growth. I need potential. I need to know I'm going somewhere. Yeah. It's so important to me. Yeah. That we're moving forward in life. or my own life. It's not that I don't care what this person's doing or that person. It's just my own personal goals. Like I just like to learn,
I do too. I have a thirst for knowledge. I love school.
Yeah. I don't love school, but I have a
love
thirst for
school.
knowledge.
That's
like
why
you
I was
said
going
that.
for my insurance license.
Yeah.
Right. And I think I'm just going to go finish that up real quick, just so I have it. But yeah, and like my daughter, I was going to school for interior design. I wasn't able to finish that. It was just so much going on. And my career was actually doing really well. And I'm like, oh, I don't really have time to go sit and study and do that.
Yeah.
But my daughter, that's what she's going to school for now. So now she's inspired me. I'm like, you know what? It's always a passion of mine. And I think that's what got me in real estate was my passion for interior design. Like I love to decorate.
Yeah. You have great style.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I can see things.
Yeah.
Yeah. That most people can't.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I have a bit of an eye. And
you do.
And it makes me, I'm humbled when I'm reminded that not everybody we don't all function the same.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird.
Well, for me, like I almost picture words in pictures. Like my mind, when someone's talking to me, is narrating and showing me a story, and that's how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah.
And that, at the same time, sometimes I have to speak that, but I have to interpret it before I speak it. So I kind of, and you can tell if you're with me long enough, like when I'm relaxed like this, it doesn't happen so much. I'm able to but when I'm in a high tense situation, I start stumbling over my words. I don't even know what this, I'm on tangenting. So
no, you're good. Well, I kind of do the same thing. Like I can see colors. I could put them together, blend them and see what color it's going to turn out to be.
Yeah. Yeah. We're both very visual. I'm very visual.
Yeah. And we can do it in our mind.
Oh, it's all in my mind.
Yeah. As a creative.
Yeah.
Because we're creative people.
But you know what kills me is like, I can picture myself back to like, if I need to try to remember something, I might go back to that moment and like, brother, I'm reading something or whatever. I wouldn't say I have a picture memory by any means, but I can go back and remember and try to like.
I see my memories in pictures.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, picture people that are picture memory and they can sit and they never forget a thing they read.
Oh,
I see it visually as a picture, but I don't have like a memory.
You don't have
picture memory.
A photographic memory.
Thank you. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Photographic memory.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Okay. Yes. So I don't have that or anything. I don't want to, because I'm not that smart, but definitely everything comes in pictures and stories and, interpreted that way. And it's funny. There's like a delay.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
That's cool. That's cool though.
So I get that. Sorry, tangent. We're talking about you and interior decorating.
No, you're fine. No, that was good.
I could see that though. You would be amazing. You are already amazing. Your home always looks perfect. Some of this stuff is modeled after your, what would Kelly do?
Well, I helped pick some of this stuff out, by the way. Yeah, we were on your couch in there.
Yes.
Going, I'm like, this. Yeah, I helped you. But you put it all together and you did amazing.
This? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about in September. So I've been through a lot. So I moved, how many times? We've moved 4 times in 4 years and I came to having to decorate my house, right?
Yeah.
We finally wanted to come in and decorate the house in September because we were going to have people over. And Kelly was like amazing because I just was in such a place with work and such a place with life that I just could not think that far. But she literally walked with me up and down the stores. We talked about everything. We grabbed what we wanted, which was anything we wanted.
On Mindy.
On the TJ Maxx brand, of course. TJ Maxx Trust budget. But it was like we just had some fun. But in the end, it was not overcomplicated. It was very simple and it was very elegant. And it was just, but more than that, it was the friendship.
Yeah.
And that you were there for me and you helped walk me through that. Because my home is such a pride for me. And I've never rented and there's nothing wrong with renting. I don't know if I'll ever own again. We love renting right where we're at. We're very happy. But I've owned since 98 and I haven't until 2021. It's the first time I've, been a renter.
Yeah.
So there's a minute for that and understanding it.
I've been through that. Yes.
Yeah. So when we moved into the South House, I just didn't even want to decorate because I just didn't care. And I knew it was temporary and that we'd be moving on soon.
My house. It's not my home. I went through the same thing.
But you pulled me out of that. So thank you.
Yes. Good. Yeah. Yay. Good. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, it was hard. And now we're in this home and it's like, I can't wait to decorate. I just need a minute to go shopping.
I know. Well, you're going to take me.
We're looking for.
I get to say so.
You say it all. If Kelly says no.
I already told you. I'm like, you need to move that over.
The rule is if Kelly says no.
That's not happening.
It doesn't go.
But you have a very good eye. You really, really do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate that. You've been such a tender touch in my life for that kind of stuff.
Aw, my pleasure.
Yeah.
You do a lot for me.
Yeah.
Goes both ways, baby.
And just like you take care of me, you're an amazing mother.
Thank you.
Um,
Tell my kids that.
yeah, right. How do you think childhood shaped the way that you are as a mom today?
Oh, I think for a long time, like I try to be the exact opposite. My kids have never had, other than my son being in daycare, never had a sitter. I never
Really?
hired a sitter to go out.
Are you kidding me?
Not one time. Ever.
How?
I didn't go
How'd you-
out when I wasn't with my children.
Wow.
Um,
But that's cool.
or I'd have
That was important to you.
very, very important to me. Or I'd have a friend, they were at home.
Yeah.
My son occasionally watched my daughter. Like we just go down the street for dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is very traumatizing to her to this day. I don't know, God, you can't win.
Ain't that the truth?
You just can't win. But yeah, never had a babysitter. My son's grandmother was always there when I needed somebody. And, he was with his dad, once we established all that every other weekend. So I didn't need another time to go out or do anything.
Yeah.
And I had no desire. I did not want to leave my children with somebody else.
So it's perfect.
It was just, yeah.
It's-
It was a point of contention for me. It never caused problems. I just never did it. And I don't think I even did it consciously. I think it was a subconscious thing.
You didn't
for
want
me.
to.
I just didn't want to.
Why would you if you don't want to?
It wasn't even like something that could happen or would happen.
Yeah. You loved
Yeah.
your family unit is what it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want my kids with babysitters.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, I did
Don't-
babysitters. I'm not ashamed of it at all.
No, don't get me
I
wrong.
needed the
There's
peace.
nothing wrong with that. This goes back to my childhood
Yeah,
when I had
yeah.
sat and I think I talked about it, another day. That I grew up with babysitters.
Yeah, I know
And
exactly.
no
what
fault of my
yeah.
mom. Like I'm not mad at her for it.
Yeah.
But it affected me because I just wanted to be with my mom and at home, and I was always somewhere else, and hence the bedwetting, and we made that a big deal.
You might be famous.
I might be famous. I think I need my own site for that.
It might be a different channel. All right, we're talking about how childhood shaped you and the kind of mother you were. So I just kind of wanted to touch in a little bit more on one more question on that, and then we can move on to other things. But I really want to talk about what do you want your children to understand about resilience?
That resilience is always there. You can be resilient.
Yeah,
Like, don't let anything get you down.
yeah.
Life is ebbs and flows. Enjoy both.
Mm.
We're in the valley, peaks and valleys.
Enjoy both.
Yes, and I've told my children this their whole lives. Peaks and valleys, always.
Yeah,
Just when you're in how do you enjoy the peak when you haven't been in the valley?
yeah. Yeah,
But
that's
you
true.
learn. We learn here, and then we conquer here.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we all go through peaks. I go through peaks and valleys all the time.
yeah,
And my children do too. And my daughter is going through a little bit of valley because she's getting to her peak, just having moved out on her own, but everything's chaos. I'm like, she called me crying today. I'm like, honey, babe,
Is she
it'll be
okay?
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She's so strong.
She is so
She's
strong.
Such a strong girl. Like
Tiny little thing.
she's tiny but mighty.
That's amazing.
She goes to school. She works. She goes to school full time. She works full time. Sitting around play. She's acclimating, and yeah, she's allowed to have a little breakdown.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm like, okay.
yeah.
Then I'm like, roll my eyes. But only big girl pants. But yeah, no, she's amazing.
Yeah, I love
Amazing
it.
young woman.
She's an amazing young woman.
She is.
I'm her baby mama. Does that sound right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
You're mom number 2.
Right? I'm mom number 2.
Yeah, she can't get hold of me. Who she call?
She does. And
She
I'm
does.
grateful for that. I'm very grateful for that. We're going to start slowing it down a little bit and talk about some different, what would you say to the younger self, to your younger Kelly now, like that you'd want her to understand? I think you've already kind of addressed this, but
Yeah. You are loved
yeah,
always.
be patient with yourself.
Definitely be patient with yourself. Take things in stride. Things are going to happen. Don't let it define you.
Yeah.
People are going to treat be true to yourself, right? Like soldier on, like be who you are. Don't let anybody tell you not to be. Don't douse my fire. I'm a Sagittarius. That's what I've learned. How dare you? You can't put this flame out,
Yeah.
I think, that's what I would tell her. Like, because I have been in the places that my fire got doused there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't let that happen.
Yeah. Peace is important.
Pieces, yeah. Just
Yeah.
be you. Like you're okay.
Yeah.
It's all gonna work out.
Yeah. What would you say to a woman out there today? Like, what would you want her to hear about if she's going through anything tough in life? Just what would you want a young woman who might be feeling broken from her past?
It's
to hear?
just honestly, it's just so simple. Like it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Stay strong, stay tough. Stay true to yourself. Don't live in any self-doubt with yourself. God is good. That's my biggest message. God is good. Cling to him. Told Brandy, like if you could pray to him anytime you want, you just spin down and pray. Doesn't that mean you're not alone? Because you knew he was there. He's there every second of your life. And but just be kind to yourself. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're cool. It's all right.
Cool.
You're cool.
Looking back, what do you think brings you the most peace today?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, God. God and my self-confidence, I think that I've learned.
I like that.
Yeah.
Self-confidence.
Yeah. I'm loving myself.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Like most days. Not every day. 'Cause, life's not perfect like that. It's unfortunate. But I think I have come to a point where like I know who I am. I am not ashamed of who I am. I take pride in who I am. I think that I am respected for who I am. And I like that. That makes me feel good. And I like helping people and they know that and they kind of come to me for that. And that makes me feel good that I can be there for other people.
Yeah.
That's important to me.
You're definitely a shepherd out there. That's
yeah,
for sure.
I try to be. I really do try to be. I'm not saying, I will never lead you astray. I just might not have the answer all the time. And I will let you know that I do not. Like, I don't want to see anybody have to stray off the path like I had to.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Coming on, sharing your truth. It's not easy and really appreciate it.
Yes, honey, of course.
So I love you. And I just hope you know that if you're out there and you're listening and there's something that we've said today that resonates with you, that you'll share your story or maybe you'll just follow along and be a part of our story. But if this is something that you would like to be a part of, you can reach out to us at any of our socials and DM us directly or email us at social@33vibes.com and send us a direct message. Maybe one day your story will become our story as well. Next episode, we're going to be talking about Allie, who has been our behind the scenes support. And we're going to dive a little bit into her story. And I'm really excited to learn a little bit more about her and share her. But thanks again for joining us.
Yes.
And thanks.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Always.
Until next time.
Bye.